Happy morning. Today we are going to see the lesson light. Okay, so this is mainly for the CBSE students who is in 10th class. Okay, so we are going to see the chapter light, so reflection and refraction. So moving into the subject, so what is light? Light, it is a form of energy and it helps us to see things. So light, what do you mean by light? So light, it is a form of energy and everyone knows it travels, it helps us to see things. So we cannot see light itself, but we can see things when light reflects, that is when it bounces from them and comes to our eyes. So again I am repeating, light is nothing but it's a form of energy and it helps us to see things. You cannot see light itself, but we can see things when light reflects, that is when it bounces from them and comes to our eyes. Move on to properties of light. So we all know light travels in a straight line. For example, when you shine a torch, the light goes straight. Okay, so the next point is light can be reflected. It means light can bounce back from shiny surfaces like mirrors. And light can be refracted. It means light can bend when it passes from one material to another. For example, from air to water. So what are the properties we have seen? Light travels in a straight line, light can be reflected and light can be refracted. Move on to reflection of light. So what is reflection? When light hits a smooth and shiny surface, mostly in physics we'll be using the example mirror. Okay, so mirror is a simple example. When you see mirror, it's a smooth and shiny surface. Okay, so when light hits a smooth and shiny surface, it bounces back. That is called reflection. Okay, and you have two types of reflection. One is regular reflection, the other one is irregular reflection, that is diffuse. Regular reflection, it happens on smooth surfaces like mirrors, and all rays reflect in the same direction, so your image will be clear. When come to irregular reflection, it will happen on rough surfaces like walls. Okay, so rays reflect in different direction and your image is not clear. Okay, you got the point? I hope so. So regular reflection, it happens in smooth surfaces and all rays reflect in the same direction and your image is always clear. When you see irregular reflection, it happens on rough surfaces, example like walls. Rays reflect in different direction, your image will not be clear. Move on to laws of reflection. This is an important law. You have two laws. One is your angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. That is, the angle at which light comes will be equal to the angle at which it goes. Clear? So the angle of incidence is nothing but the angle at which your light comes, and your angle of reflection is the angle at which it goes. Okay, the next one is the incident ray, your reflected ray and your normal, they all lie in the same plane. That is, they are all in one flat surface. Okay, so what are the two important laws? One is your angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. The second one, the incident ray, reflected ray and your normal lie on the same plane. Okay, so what are the important terms you'll be looking into the law of reflection is, one is incident ray. That is the ray that hits the mirror. Incident ray is nothing but your ray that hits the mirror, and reflected ray is nothing but your ray that bounces back. And normal, it is an imaginary line that draw at 90 degree to your mirror. Okay, angle of incidence, you always denote it as small I, that is, it's an angle between the incident ray and your normal. Angle of reflection, will denote it as small r, it is angle between the reflected ray and normal. Hope you understand. We'll move on to images formed by plane mirror. always your size of image will be equal to your size of object. Okay, so your image is virtual. In plane mirror, your image is virtual, that is you cannot be caught on a screen. And image is erect, that is upright. Image is laterally inverted, left appears right. Hope you understand. Okay, this is nothing but the image formed in your plane mirror. That is, your size of image will be equal to your size of object. Your image is virtual. Virtual in sense cannot be caught on the screen. And your image is laterally inverted, that is left will appear as right. And image is erect and upright. Clear? Next is refraction of light. Next part is refraction of light. So far we have seen the reflection of light. Now we are moving into refraction of light. What do you mean by refraction? When light passes from one medium to another, one medium you take it as air to glass, it bends. Okay, that bending you call it as refraction. Clear? So when light passes from one medium to another, it bends. This bending you call it as refraction. So, shall we see some real life example? A pencil in water, it looks what? Bent. Due to what? Refraction. And a coin in a glass of water, they looks raised because of refraction. Clear? So next question, automatically it will come to your mind. Why does light bend? So light travels at different speeds in different materials. Okay, when it slows down or speeds up, it bends. Okay, so why does light bend? If light travels at different speeds in different materials, or when it slows down or speed up, it will bend. Okay, so what are the terms you'll be go through in refraction is incident ray. So light ray coming towards the surface, refracted ray, the ray that bends inside the second medium. You should understand the ray that bends inside the second medium. Okay, and normal, it is a line at 90 degree to the surface. Angle of incidence, it's angle between incident ray and normal. Angle of refraction is angle between refracted ray and the normal. Clear? Next we move on to rules of refraction. So when light goes from air to glass, it means rarer to denser. It bends towards the normal. Clear? If when light goes from glass to air, it means denser to rarer. It bends away from the normal. So these are the rules of refraction. So when light goes from rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. When light goes from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. Okay, these are the rules of refraction. Next we move on to lenses and mirror. First we'll see about spherical mirror. Concave mirror means caves in. So concave mirror is what? Caves in. That is when you entering in caves, like you have to imagine in that way. So reflecting surface is inner side. Clear? So mainly it is used in where? Shaving mirrors, headlights, etc. Okay, and it can form real or virtual image. Okay, so convex mirror is bulges out. So this is the easy way you can identify whether the given mirror is concave or convex mirror. If it is a concave mirror, when you see the mirror itself, if it is in inner side, that is caves in, then you can identify it as concave mirror. When it bulges out, it is a convex mirror. This is a simple trick, you can easily find out whether the given is concave or convex. In convex mirror, reflecting surface is outer side, and usually it is used in vehicles for rear view, always forms a virtual diminished image. Hope you understand. In concave it is real or virtual image. In convex it forms a virtual diminished image. Clear? Now we'll see the terms for mirror. We have pole, center of curvature, focus and principal axis. pole denoted by P, this is nothing but center of mirror surface. Okay, and center of curvature denoted as C, it is center of the sphere. Okay, and focus F is where rays meet after reflection. Okay, so focus is nothing but where rays meet after reflection, and the principal axis is nothing but it's a line passing through P and C. Clear? Now we'll see image formation in concave mirror. So image formation in concave mirror always depending on where the object is placed. For example, if an object position is at infinity, so your image type will be point sized, real and inverted. Okay, when it is beyond C, you will see a small real and inverted image. When it is at C means what? At your center of sphere. Okay, when your object is at the center of sphere, the image formed will be the same size, it is real and inverted. When it is between the C and F, that is your center of sphere and your reflection, focus, and your focus, so your image will be large, real and inverted. Okay, when it is at focus, no image, that is rays go parallel. Okay, there will not be any image actually. If it is at between F and P, it will be large, virtual and erect. Hope you understand. So at infinity, you will see an image in a point size, very small point size only you can see the image. It is very real and inverted. If it is beyond C, small, real and inverted. At C, you have a same size, real and inverted image you will get. If it is between C and F, it's a large, real and inverted. At focus, there will be no image because your rays go parallel. When it is between F and P, you will get a large, virtual and erect. Okay. Refraction by lenses. So you have two types of lenses, that is convex lens and concave lens. Convex lens, in the middle it will be thick in size, thick in middle. That is your converging lens. Your convex lens is nothing but converging lens. So how it will be means thick in the middle. Okay. And concave lens is thin in the middle. It's a diverging lens. Hope you can understand the difference. Always convex lens is your converging lens. Concave lens is a diverging lens. Move on to convex lens. That is we'll see the image formation in convex lens. Object position when it is at infinity, you have point size, real and inverted image. At 2F, you will get a small, real, inverted. At 2F, you will get a same size, real and inverted. And between 2F and F, you will get a large, real and inverted. Okay. And at F, you will get no image. And between F and O, you will get a large, virtual, erect image. Okay. Move on to concave lens. So always it forms a small, virtual and erect image. So it is usually used in spectacles for short-sightedness. Clear? So you all know the lens formula. That is the advanced part, just you to know. 1 by F is equal to what? 1 by U minus 1 by V. That is, F is nothing but your focal length, V is your image distance and U is your object distance. Clear? So the simple tricks I'll give you to remember: mirror is always your reflection, lens is always your refraction. Okay. Concave mirror and convex lens, it can form real and magnified images, and your convex mirror and concave lens, it will always forms virtual and smaller things. Hope you understand this topic. So if you need an elaborate about any topic, please post it in the comments so that I'll help you in elaborating that particular topic. If you like my channel, please subscribe, comment your post your valuable comment. Thank you.